just get an admission of alien life? This could actually be some genuine stuff from some genuine horses' mouths. Now, we're going to take a little look at a video that came from what looks like a talk show between H.R. McMaster, who otherwise goes as Herbert Raymond McMaster, and I'm not sure what talk show he was on, but they, pressed the hard questions about alien life. But first of all, who is Herbert Raymond McMaster? Well, he is a retired United States Army Lieutenant General who served as the 25th United States National Security Advisor from 2017 to 2018, and is also known for his roles in the Gulf War, Operation Enduring Freedom, and Operation Iraqi Freedom. Born in Philadelphia, McMaster graduated from the United States Military Academy in 1984 and earned his PhD in American History from the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill in 1996. His desertion was critical for American strategy and military leadership during the Vietnam War and served as the basis for his book, Dereliction of Duty. It was a New York Times bestseller and was widely read by the United States military during the Gulf War. Then Captain McMaster commanded Eagle Troops 2nd Cavalry Regiment in the Battle of the 73 Easting. So, there's a little bit about him, his... so basically he was in office from February 20th, 2017 to April 9th, 2018. At the time, President was Donald Trump. And he had some deputies and then all the rest of it. And he was succeeded by John Bolton. And then, we've got some stuff here, but basically his years of service were 1984 to 2018 in the United States Army. His rank was Lieutenant General, which is incredibly high, and he commanded the Eagle Troop 2nd Armored Cavalry Regiment, 1st Squadron, 4th Cavalry Regiment, 3rd Armored Cavalry Regiment. Well, there is just so much, all the battles and all the awards that he's won. He's a very respected man in military. Well, he was on a talk show, like I said, and he was kind of talking about aliens and UFOs, which is a bit of a taboo topic, but, we're going to take a look at that clip right now, because he lets loose on some pretty outstanding topics.
Illegal aliens. I mean the really illegal ones, the ones from outer space.
That's what my daughters want to know about. They're like, hey,
okay,
you're a national security advisor, you know. Right? No.
Years ago, when there were sightings of UFOs, it was some farmer in the middle of nowhere. Okay, now it's Navy personnel,
right?
Who say, look, we see this thing and we cannot explain it.
Right.
Look, you're a military man. I'm sure you have drinks with military people, just like I have drinks with comedians. You talk shop. You guys must talk about this. What's going on?
I would be so intrigued to hear what he's got to say about that, because they must talk about this kind of stuff, Their job is to... I can't say for certain that their job is to keep it under locks, but at the same time, their job is to keep it under locks.
That's my next book, Bill. I can't talk about it. No. I'm telling you, that's what my daughters want. My daughters are always pumping me for information. Okay, I know you know about the aliens.
Well, I mean, here's my theory, is that the president would have to know, when you got into office, if there was Area 51 and this was going on, they would have to inform the president. Trump was president, he would have blabbed it by now.
Yeah.
But what do you think? What are those things we're
Well, I mean, there are things you can't explain. I mean, there are things that...
I mean, there's an argument to be made that does the president need to know? Because I've heard through the rumour mill from different sources that actually the president doesn't always necessarily know about this stuff. And, there was the whole John F. Kennedy thing. Apparently he was, set to blow the whistle. And a lot of people are saying now that actually John F. Kennedy was assassinated because of what he knew about aliens. I'm sure there's probably so much more to it than that. But that's one of the leading conversations right now in the UFO sphere. But does that necessarily mean that he's in the know? I don't know. And I don't think so at this point. I just can't help but feel like Donald Trump probably wouldn't know. And, there's a lot of things probably held quite close to their chests.
That cannot be explained.
Wow.
And so I don't know what the explanation is for those unexplainable things. But I will say that there are phenomena that have been witnessed by multiple people that are just inexplicable by any kind of, the science available to us.
Well, let's hope your fourth tour of duty doesn't have to be Mars. Thank you very much, Cameron.
I mean, obviously, it's a very short, very witty kind of show, and it was very fleeting from what we saw there. But at the same time, what he does say is he doesn't shoot down the idea that aliens aren't real. You know, he says, well, actually, you know, there's stuff out there that we can't explain. There's things out there that we don't know about. There's a lot of things that we can't explain, refuse to, or, you know, science has no explanation for it. It begs a very serious question about who knows what and all the rest of it. But, you know, there's been a lot of talk from Donald Trump recently about will he disclose UFOs and aliens, and does he truly believe in aliens and UFOs? Well, let's take a look first to talk about, let's see if he would, you know, this is again declassifying Roswell files. Let's have a little listen.
Before you leave office, will you let us know if there's aliens? Because this is the only thing I really want to know. I want to know what's going on. Would you ever open up Roswell and let us know what's really going on there?
So many people ask me that question.
I know, it sounds almost ridiculous, but it's actually the real question I want to know.
It sounds like a cute question, but it's actually, there are millions and millions of people that want to go there, that want to see it. I won't talk to you about what I know about it, but it's very interesting. But Roswell's a very interesting place with a lot of people that would like to know what's going on.
So you're saying you may declassify?
No.
You'll take it?
Well, I'll have to think about that one, right? I'll have to think.
I mean, does that necessarily mean he's going to declassify Roswell? No, but at the same time, he's saying that he knows something about Roswell.
All right.
Right, so, you know, that's just one of a couple of clips. So he then also talks about, you know, well, he just talks about UFOs to Lex Friedman. You might remember this. I did share this a couple of days ago.
Are very interested in the footage of UFOs. The Pentagon has released a few videos, and there's been anecdotal reports from fighter pilots. So a lot of people want to know, will you help push the Pentagon to release more footage, which a lot of people claim is available?
Oh, yeah, sure, I'll do that. I would do that. I'd love to do that. I have to do that. But they also are pushing me on Kennedy. And I did release a lot, but I had people come to me and beg me not to do it. But I'll be doing that very early on. But I would do that.
Very interesting. I mean, would that necessarily mean that he will release those files? No. Of course, we're in the, you know, the build up to a presidential election. People say a lot of things when they want to become president, and, you know, the mouth music right now is, yeah, I'll release files on UFOs, but apparently Trump has said in the past that he doesn't particularly believe in UFOs. Let's look at this clip.
As we mentioned, George also asked President Trump about reports of UFO sightings, and the president for the first time spoke about being briefed on this subject.
You and I, we know we disagree about that, but we have a whole day ahead to go on this. Before we go, one of the things you have as president is the access to all the information in the world, all the mysteries out there. And I was just struck in the last couple of weeks, we're reading more and more reports of Navy pilots seeing lots and lots of UFOs. Have you been briefed on that? What do you make of it?
I have. I think it's probably, I want them to think whatever they think. They do say, I mean, I've seen and I've read and I've heard, and I did have one very brief meeting on it, but people are saying they're seeing UFOs. Do I believe it? Not particularly.
Do you think you'd know if there were evidence of extraterrestrials?
Well, I think our great pilots would know. And some of them really see things that are a little bit different than in the past. So we're going to see. But we'll watch it. You'll be the first to know.
So does that necessarily mean that Donald Trump believes in UFOs? No. Has he been briefed on it? Allegedly. I don't know. It's very interesting. Is this confirmation of UFOs? Well, of course not. But at the same time, it's very telling. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. While you're down there, be sure to jump to get the hell out of that like button. And until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.